President of the Jamaica Association of Principals for Secondary Schools, JAPSS, Linvern Wright, is calling for more attention to be placed on funding for secondary schools. Those institutions, he notes, do not have the financial capacity to satisfy the transformation the government speaks of. Here again is Celine Campbell with more.
With transformation in schools being a key focus for education on the agenda from the government's 2024 budget, President of the Jamaica Association for Principals of Secondary Schools, Linvern Wright, has raised questions about the way forward for the plan to happen. From members' concerns,
principals are concerned that we are going to have to be the ones to make transformation work.
To the funding,
one is that existing funding in schools has dried up.
Wright has concluded that
schools are broke.
He believes that more needs to be said and done to clarify how the goals of transformation will be expected, as the operation costs of schools have increased over the years, while the budget set aside by the government has remained the same since 2016.
With inflation in the high 40s to low 50s over that period, there's no company now that anybody expects to run efficiently with 50% less of its value in terms of operating expenses in its hand. And then you expect to talk about improvements.
You may be wondering in what ways this affects schools.
Schools right now owe their suppliers. There are many people, it's just because of the good relationship that we have. We owe our suppliers. Ironically, it is from the amount that many parents gave us, although it is not a compulsory sum that many schools actually get. I know of schools that are having movies to raise funds. That cannot be a way to fund transformation. Principals ought to be running education, going into classrooms, looking at teachers, helping them, not raising funds. And I would implore my colleagues to be doing that.
He added that the STEM launch recently is very good PR, but there needs to be more attention to the funding.
What I think we need to get to is discussions about the funding, discussions about what each thing is going to look like. One of the things that we have a concern with, and we have made that point clear at ETAC, is that the targets that are being set are not clear. So when there's a report that over 90 targets are on track, we don't know from where we are starting.
Wright's comments come amidst the government declaring Jamaica a STEM island geared towards aiding transformation in schools. Celine Campbell for CVM News.